All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Halloween Decorations Look Too Realistic. Now, I got aspires to do this lesson because a brother shared this post, and pretty much it's about this Edomite man, so-called white man. He was decorating his house for Halloween, and pretty much his neighbors were very disturbed by the decorations, and they said people that was driving past or whatever, thought this was actually real people that were murdered on by this house. As it says right here, it says a man from Dallas, Texas, created a Halloween yard display so horrifying that passers-by have called police several times. He has received visits from the police over the decorations that neighbors have complained are too gory and realistic. It looks like a crime scene. All right. And pretty much, he decorated his house because everybody's getting into this Halloween spirit. Everybody's getting pumpkins and candy corn and all the other candy in the world to give their children within the next couple of weeks. Everybody's getting ready to wear costumes and go out partying and do all these other silly things, man. All right. But pretty much, I got the pictures right here so you get a closer look at them. All right. And as you can see, he got it looks like dead bodies in body bags. You can see the face poking out right there with the hand right there. And then as you can see right there, there's a zoom. It's zoomed out a little bit. It looks like a man was stabbed and there's blood all over the ground and everything like that. And then here he goes smiling and everything like that. And you can see the police. They can see that this is fake. And when, once the police got there, you can tell that it's just like, okay, yeah, he just doing this because it's Halloween or whatever and everything like that. Then as you can see right here, he got fake blood and everything all over his sidewalk and everything going to the entrance of his house. He got to walk on his grass now every time he goes to the house because you may be walking through that. That fake ass blood can get on your shoes. Next thing you know, you getting all of that all over your house on the inside. But anyway, that he got the skulls right here in the bins or the basket, whatever it's called, and everything like that. Look like that. That's in a pool of blood, right? Then he got this picture right here where it looks like somebody, somebody's head was smashed by the safe. He has another person hanging from the ceiling, looking like he got stabbed with a machete in the back of his head and everything like that. And pretty much, this is the spirit that everybody gets into at the end of the year, man. Everybody always looks forward to the end of the year. They be like, man, we got the best holidays coming up and it's going to be back to back to back to back to back. And this is how Esau keeps you asleep. One of the ways, at least, because, he has these things where, Halloween pops up first. And then after that is Thanksgiving. Then after that is Christmas. And then a week later is New Year's. So you're pretty much busy for the last quarter of the year. OK, but anyway, going back to this, as you can see, man, they said these things look so realistic that people were actually complaining like, man, they don't like this. And the thing is, you got to be in a real crazy and confused state of mind in order to do something like this, man. You trying to tell me every time you come home, you want to look at this? You want to look at this, man. Every time you come home, it puts you in that spirit where you're just like, yeah, I love Halloween. Meaning I love dead bodies. I love demons. I love evil spirits. I love seeing people get murdered. I love being scared. I love running away in fear. This is what Halloween is about, man. When you look at the scary movies, the scary shows and everything like that, just like right now, Chucky, he just came out. They were pretty much rebooting him with a new TV show. OK, and pretty much you already know what Chucky was all about. It was this doll that had spirits on it. And it was able to come alive or whatever. And his whole purpose, he killed people. This is the type of spirit that Esau wants you to be in. Just like it's this new show that's out on Netflix called Squid Games, I believe. And it's pretty much a show about, you just playing a simple game, red light, green light. It's a game that we all used to play growing up. You pretty much started at one point, and then somebody would say green light, and then you keep running all the way as much as you possibly could. And then as soon as somebody say red light, you're supposed to stop. But if you get caught running, then you will eliminate it. And that's exactly what they do within that show. They actually kill people. Okay. And people don't realize that this is the type of spirit, this is the type of vibration that Esau's pushing out throughout the world, man. Death, man. And people always wonder, like, man, how come, it's so many murders and so many people become missing, so forth and so on, man. It's because of things like this. You all glorify it, not even realizing it. You glorify this bullshit, man. And like I said, like, who in their right mind would want to come home to this? If anything, this will make you feel like, damn, man, my house might be haunted. Spirits might be up in here because, hey, man, you open yourself up to these type of things. You over here decorating your house like this, putting fake dead bodies and everything with people who were slaughtered. Hey, that type of thing, those type of things are not funny, man. They're not funny. But this is another way to show you that this is what Esau is all about, man. He's all about death. He's all about control. And he's all about glorifying evil, wickedness. Okay? This is crazy, man. So let's jump into the scriptures. Let's go to Deuteronomy 18:9. This is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. And it says, when thou art coming to the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. Okay? The Most High told you to stay away from all of these things, man. Familiar spirits, charmers, necromancers, wizards, all of these things that brings forth witchcraft, man. He says, stay away from those type of things. We're not supposed to be like the other nations, meaning the heathen nations. We're supposed to be a holy, pure people, a people of righteousness. Okay? So when holidays like Halloween pop up, man, you're supposed to stay away from those things. The scriptures tell you when you were a child, you did childish things. But when you became a man, you put away those childish things. Celebrating Halloween is very childish, man. Me and a brother was just talking about this a few weeks ago. This is like, man, it's about to be grown men out here literally dressing up and cosplaying as their favorite Pokemon, their favorite cartoon character, and everything like that. They're about to be out here dressing up as a vampire, Frankenstein, or whatever the case may be. 30, 40, 50-year-old people, man. Because it's the type of spirit that Esau has put you in. Like I said, man, you grew up with the things that you love and everything like that. And a lot of these things that people grew up with, they can't let go. A lot of people always say they always feel like they're a child within their heart, even though they're aging. And this is why a lot of people are not responsible, because they hold on to those childish things, man. They don't want to grow up, man. Talking about, man, adulting is hard. No, it's not. It's not hard, man. All you got to do is just get up and take care of business and then go home, be about your business. That's it. But people always, always in this slump, and they always depressed. And, this is another thing that Esau's put upon the people as well, man. Okay. But at the end of the day, the Most High told us to not be a part of these things. Okay. Don't be enchanters. Don't be a witch. These are the type of things that Halloween embraces. Halloween tells you to be these things. And a lot of people don't even realize that they are embracing these things, man. This is an abomination to the Lord. The only holidays, well, not even holidays, the only days we're supposed to be celebrating are the high holy days. That's it. Halloween is not in the scriptures. And the Most High is not pleased with people celebrating it, man. Let's get Genesis 4 and 6. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 6. And like I said, this is what Esau pushes Salakia, because this is who he is within the heart, man. This is who he actually is within the spirit. He is a killer. And now he has a whole holiday dedicated to it, man. When horror movies first started, they had them things where you were just scared because things would pop out at you and everything like that, and you'd be like, oh, you jump up and popcorn fly everywhere. You'd be like, oh, that was cool. And then as the time went on, you start seeing movies get more and more gory, and they'll put these things in and categorize them as horror movies. For instance, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, whole movie, about people getting chainsawed to death. They got the movies like Saw, where people are literally trapped in these traps. They go in a room and then they wake up, and the next thing you know, they only got a certain amount of time to be free from that trap, or something gruesome is going to happen to them, being pierced in the eyes. You'll have to, cut off your limbs or whatever just to be free. And these type of things sell in the box office. These type of things sell within the movies, within the industry. A lot of people spend a lot of money to go see people die. Okay, this is Genesis 4:6, and it said, and the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. All right. Most High heard Abel's spirit, man. He heard him complaining in the spirit world, man. Just like, hey, man, look, he just killed me for no reason. Pretty much. He killed me over jealousy. His blood crying from the ground. And Esau's known for spilling blood, man. Just like we just saw in the pictures. Blood all over the ground, man. Everywhere. Blood, spilling from the heads and everything. All in the buckets, the bins. This is what Esau loves, man. This is why he loves killing a lot of you jakes out there, man. He loves to see you suffer. He loves to see your blood shedded on the ground. And then it says right here, verse 11. And it says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. All right. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. So we all understand that Esau is a reincarnation of Cain. This is why, Esau came out all red with the red skin, hairy and everything like that. This was the curse that the Most High put upon him, man. All right. But this is how Esau has been since the beginning of time. He loves to slay and kill people. And he shows you this within entertainment. And people over here embrace it because Esau likes to be that bearer of light. He likes to be that angel. He disguises himself. He smiles in your face and gives you hugs and tell you everything is going to be all right. Here's a new movie for the holidays for you and your family to enjoy. You all can sit around the fire and everything like that and pop some popcorn, get some wine and some beer or whatever. And you can watch a movie on how this villain kills all kind of people for no reason. Literally got a movie when Michael Myers getting ready to come back out, showing you that Esau don't have no more original ideas no more. They keep bringing out everything from the old days. But anyway, and they're bringing out a whole nother Michael Myers movie. And that whole movie is just about him going around slaying people, man. Brutalizing people. Getting little girls or whatever, picking them up by the neck or the head or whatever, bashing them against mirrors and everything like that. This is what they embrace, man. And they want you to embrace it. And a lot of people do embrace it. There's a lot of people that look at Halloween as their favorite holiday, not even knowing what they're doing, man. They don't even know that they're literally dressing up to be a demon on purpose. They just looking at it as fun, man. This shit not fun, man. Like I said, you're literally glorifying death. Let's get Isaiah 38 and 14. This is Isaiah chapter 38, verse 14. And it says, Like a crane or a swallow, so did I chatter. I did mourn as a dove. Mine eyes fell with looking upward. O Lord, I am oppressed. Undertake for me. What shall I say? He hath both spoken it to me, and himself hath done it. I shall go softly all my years in the bitterness of my soul. O Lord, by these things men live, and in all these things is the life of my spirit. So wilt thou recover me and make me to live. Behold, for peace I had great bitterness, but thou hast in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption. For thou hast cast all my sins behind thy back. You know, the Lord was showed mercy within this chapter. I believe to not was it Hezekiah? I believe it was Hezekiah. Yeah, to Hezekiah, the Lord was showing mercy, and Hezekiah was showing, you know, gratitude pretty much. And then after that, let's go back where we were at. We were at verse 17. It says, Behold, for peace I had great bitterness, but thou hast in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption. For thou hast cast all my sins behind thy back. For the grave, here's the point. For the grave cannot praise thee, death cannot celebrate thee. They that go down into the pit cannot hope for thy truth. Read that again, man. For the grave cannot praise thee, death cannot celebrate thee. They that go down into the pit cannot hope for thy truth. When you're dead within the mind, you can't exalt Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. When you don't know who you are dead, man. This is what it speaks about in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. It speaks about, you know, receiving a breath because you'll become alive again, meaning you're starting to understand who you are. You're starting to understand that you're an Israelite. Speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. It says right here, for the grave cannot praise thee. When you dead, you can't praise the Most High, man. You're lost in the mind. Death cannot celebrate thee. They that go down into the pit cannot hope for thy truth. There is no hope for people outside of this truth, man. Okay? So when you see things like death being glorified, man, hey, man, you already know for a fact you can't celebrate. You can't exalt Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? There's no pleasure in death, man. It's only pain and sorrow and forgetfulness. No remembrance. Only thing that you're doing when you're not a part of this truth, man, you're just pretty much, you're living for yourself. And we already know when you live for yourself, you're living for the lust. And that lust is going to lead you to sin, man. Okay? So at the end of the day, you have to stay away from these worldly things. You got to stay away from it, man. Let's go to Proverbs 2 and 10. This is Proverbs chapter 2, verse 10. It says, When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things, who lead the path of unrighteousness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil, and delight in the frowardness of the wicked. This world rejoices to do evil, man. Halloween is another way of rejoicing to do evil. Like I said, the whole thing is all about eating all the candy in the world, which got all of the all kind of shit in it, man. You look at the back of the labels, you read the ingredients, you don't even know what a lot of those things are, man. Candy is messed up. You know, a lot of these candy bars lead to people receiving cancer. When you eat the candy that's gummy, that has gelatin, you eating pork. People don't even know that. And that's in the law. You're not supposed to eat pork, man. But this is the things that they feed the children, especially around this time, man. And this is why a lot of kids always are hyper. This leads to them having ADHD or whatever disease it is that's out there, man, because a lot of these ingredients that's in this food, man, is messing these people up. And Esau, I'm like, yeah, just feed them all the candy in the world. This is the only day out of the year where you can eat candy all day. Yeah, keep eating it, keep eating it, keep eating it. Like I said, you get the children to dress up as demons so they can go trick-or-treating to people's houses and everything like that. All right. It says, who rejoice to do evil. So Halloween is a day where you rejoice to do evil, man. Like I said, Halloween is nothing but a day where you celebrate death. You celebrate people getting killed. People go to the movies and be like, man, that movie was good. Did you see the way that he died? Woo, that was crazy. And they be like, yeah, man, that was cracking, man. I'm gonna go see that again. What? And like I said, you got people so bugged out that they decorate their houses with demons in front of it. I literally pass a house almost every day where they have all the statues of all the iconic horror people, you know, like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, so forth and so on. And, you know, and then the regular things like just skeletons or whatever. They're literally, every time they go home, they're going home to a dark place. And they don't even realize it. They just like, yeah, it's just fun. It's just funny. Whatever. Verse 14, it says, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked. And this is what Esau loves to do. You know, he delights in doing wickedness, man. And he wants you all to delight in it as well. This is how a lot of people get slipped up in these last days, man. Because all they do is just think about wickedness, not even knowing it. And it says, verse 15, it says, whose ways are crooked, and they froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her power. For her house inclineth unto death, see, and her paths unto the dead. When you do wickedness, man, when you delight in it, when you rejoice in it, death inclines. The paths only lead unto the dead, man. And that's what Halloween is all about. It's all about leading you into the dead, keeping you in a dead state of mind and keeping you dead literally. All right. That's all it's about, man. And, you know, and people, like I said, people don't even realize it, man. They just go out there and quote unquote have fun because it's a holiday where you can be silly and all these different things, man. You know how many parties that happen, you know, where people dress up as these costumes or whatever, and a lot of people get murdered or kidnapped or raped or whatever the case may be because this is the perfect time for them to dress up and not be recognized. And you already know the elites and the people in the industries and the people with the powers that be, you already know when Halloween comes around, a lot of wickedness goes on, man. Just like it was that video that came out a few years ago, I believe, with P. Diddy dressing up or whatever. He had this feminine looking hair and he over here just waving the hair, flicking at it, playing all in his hair and everything like that. And you can see the evil spirits get upon him to the point where he was getting ready to lust after men, over here lusting after Rick Ross and everything like that. And everybody made all kind of comments like, man, what's wrong with this dude, man? This is what the things that goes down in the behind the scenes, man. When these holidays come around, man, the people the people that's in power, it's a lot of wickedness that goes on, man. And like I said, and they push this vibration on you. They push it on you and they make it, you know, so they can get you to the point where, like I said, you get to the point where you accept it too. All right. And as it is what it is, man. So let's keep reading. Let's go down. Well, this is the last verse. None that go down until her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. And that's right. They don't take on the paths of life, man. Because why? They're not following the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Point blank, period. So when you follow the ways of the wicked, man, you pretty much keep yourself in a dead state of mind and you pretty much going to lead yourself unto death all the time, man. Let's end it with this. Let's get 1 Peter. Let's get 1 Peter 1 and 13. And it says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. This is a former lust. When we were in the world, you know, we all celebrated Halloween, you know, especially if you were an adult back in the day or whatever, you know, you had kids, you know, you embraced it. Everybody did. Everybody's like, oh, okay, go ahead, watch all the horror movies, you know, let's go trick or treating, let's get all the candy, this and that or whatever. Everybody celebrated it. But now that we in the truth, we put these things behind us. We're supposed to be obedient children, rehearsing the righteous acts, man, the commandments, statutes, and laws, keeping the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance, whether as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. We're supposed to be just like Yahweh Shai. He was the greatest example of how to live and be on earth. So we're supposed to try to walk in his footsteps as much as possible. Verse 17, it says, and if you call on the Father, who without respect of persons judges according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning here in fear, for as much as you know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold, from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Hamashiach Yahushai, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you, who by him do believe in the Most High, that raised him up from the dead, and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in the Most High. Seeing you have purified your souls and obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfeigned love of the brethren, see that you love one another with a pure heart fervently, being born again, not of a corruptible seed, but of incorruptible, by the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever. So when you come out of this world, man, you are born again. You are born again, meaning you have a new state of mind. You change your ways. You repented and you converted. You start to realize that these holidays are weak as hell. They're abominable. These things can lead you to your destruction. You stop doing certain things. Well, pretty much almost everything that you used to do in the world, you stop doing it, man. You know, you leave those things behind you because those things are corruptible. Those things can lead to your damnation. So we're not out here decorating our house for Halloween and everything like that. We're not out here getting ready to decorate our house for Christmas and so forth and so on. We're going to leave those things alone because we already know if we do those things, the Most High can destroy us for that, man. He can destroy us for this. Look at this, man. Like I said, who in their right mind would want to do this? You know, I understand, you put like a few pumpkins or whatever in front of your house. That's only if you in the world, don't do that shit. But, when you decorate the house or whatever, you like, yeah, here's a few pumpkins or whatever. You might have like a little kitty looking ghost or whatever and everything like that. But this dude literally went all out. He went all out, man. Look at this. Blood spatter everywhere, man. People getting stabbed with that large machete in the back of his head, hanging from his ceiling. And this is how he looks. This is how he looks. He like, yeah, I did a fantastic job, man. Everybody, I'm the talk of the neighborhood. When actually a lot of people are very disturbed by what you're doing, man. Because people in the back of their minds know they don't want to see these type of things, man. But the only reason they're accepting it is because it's Halloween. That's because it's a holiday. It's okay to do things like this. If this was any other time of the year or whatever, you wouldn't be seeing this, man. People would be like, hey, man, what you doing? But since it's a holiday and it's supposed to be the time where you're supposed to have this type of smile on your face, you can get away with it, man. Look at the police officers. Even they smiling. They're just like, yeah, he did a good job, man. Hey, man, keep it up. Keep it up. But at the end of the day, this is wicked. You got to realize what you're celebrating, man. People don't realize what they're celebrating. Halloween is nothing but celebration of death and demons. And we just read that you can't celebrate death, man. Death cannot celebrate thee. Death cannot exalt Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man. All right. So at the end of the day, hey, we're going to leave this alone. Leave this wicked shit to Esau, man. We trying to get up out of here. So I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to show you all these wicked pictures, man, and show you the type of world that we living in. We need Yahushai. So I hope this was edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honor to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.